Folks, what's up? This is Michael in the wee hours of the night on the graveyard shift with your daily trivia question yet once again. I hope you have a terrific Tuesday as we are moving right along with the week. Okay, so the answer to the previous trivia question was declaring war. So on April 4th of 1917, following a request by President Wilson 2 days earlier, the U.S. Senate approved a resolution by a vote of 82-6 to declare war with Germany. And that was the focus of the trivia question. Now, a lot had been going on building up to this. So we're going back to like February, March of the same year. Germany was already at war, quite frankly, with Britain, France, Russia. Okay, they had increased their attacks on neutral shipping in the Atlantic, submarine attacks. Additionally, remember the Zimmer telegram, which has been the focus of previous trivia questions as well. They offered to help Mexico if Mexico would join Germany in a war against the United States. Very blatant about it, too. Very brass. It became inevitable, quite frankly, to abandon America's position on neutrality and isolationism and so forth, and eventually ask for a declaration of war to make the world safe for democracy, because plain and simply, folks, that's what we do. Okay, so 2 days after this Senate vote, the House would also vote to approve the U.S. war on resolution. So all that from a legal perspective, from a congressional perspective, from a presidential perspective was set in motion. So then Wilson would go on to mobilize a huge war effort. This was the largest in the country's history up until this time. He signed the Selective Service Act into law, in other words, the draft, okay, the following month. He encouraged people to buy bonds. Remember, this became the era of Uncle Sam. I want you to buy bonds, support the Army, support our war effort. And he made changes that resonated with the Food Administration as well as taking over the railroad industry for a short period of time, which, by the way, was also the focus of a trivia question. And this was to settle and prevent further Union strikes. Wilson would immerse himself in policy implementation, which is not uncommon at all when presidents come into office, especially, however, in wartime efforts, such as the League of Nations, for instance, which would become really the foundations for what we know today as the UN. He made his famous 14 points speech, and he also outlined the Treaty of Versailles, all leading to the successful and eventual dismantling of the German war machine in the following years. Now, of course, the subsequent effect of that was that would also lead to the rise of German fascism and eventually the rise of the likes of people, unfortunately, like Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party. That, of course, would come in the 1940s and would introduce us into World War II. However, that's another era for other trivia questions. All right, folks. Let's move right along. Have a terrific Tuesday with a brand new trivia question for April 5th. On this day in 1792, after receiving a congressional bill from Congress, which proposed a new plan increasing the number of seats of representatives for the northern states, President George Washington does this for the first time. See y'all later. Have a good day. Thanks for all you do. Peace out.